Since opening in China in 1996, Walmart has made sure to adapt to local tastes, and you won't believe some of the products they sell. I'm Mike with List 25, and here are 25 crazy things you'll only find at Walmart China. 25. Crocodile meat. Want to make a dinner party memorable? How about serving up some fresh crocodile meat? In China, crocodiles have links with traditional medicine and have been eaten for more than 4 centuries. Most of this meat comes from Africa, and it's often made into a stew, soup, or either boiled or even barbecued. It's said to taste like chicken. 24. Chicken feet. Despite each American eating an average of 100 pounds of chicken per year, there's one part that still hasn't quite made its way onto the dinner table. Chicken feet. Most of it gets sent over to China, where it's really actually hard to avoid. 23. Live frogs. Speaking of meat, how fresh is too fresh? How about alive? Bouncing around in little tanks, these frogs are ready to hop into your bag and be taken home. Some people in China even believe that eating live frogs can help cure stomach sickness. 22. Orange juice and oil combo. I'm not sure what they're cooking up in Chinese kitchens, but something seems to demand the combination of cooking oil with orange juice. That's why you can get them in a convenient 2-in-1 package. 21. Rice in giant vats. Rice is a staple ingredient in China, with people consuming over 150 million metric tons of the stuff every year. So it's no surprise that mega marts like Walmart sell it in giant quantities, often in giant vats. Just plunge a plastic container in, scoop as much as you want, and pour it into your bag. It looks more like a sand pit to me, so maybe keep the kids away. 20. Bikini for men. Raw meat is all over the place in Chinese Walmarts. But what about your meat? With this snug, full-body underwear piece, you can feel nice and cozy. It's also antibacterial to protect your important parts. 19. Huge milk boxes. Are you tired of running out of milk for your breakfast cereal? Well, then try using these gigantic milk boxes. The best part is they don't need to be put in the fridge. They're not quite as convenient as the small cartons most of us are used to, but they would sure last longer. 18. Mobile testing labs. With all the strange food items we've already seen, I'd understand if you didn't feel completely safe shopping at a Chinese Walmart. And unsurprisingly, there have been a few scandals with dirty food. That's why the company set up its own food testing labs, available outside more than 70 stores. Something smelling fishy, or more fishy than usual? Have it tested. 17. A free bus ride. Walmarts in China are much more hospitable than in the US. You don't need to buy in bulk. They have almost any product you can imagine. Oh, and they offer free bus rides. That's right, a regular bus picks up customers from popular neighborhoods and takes them to the store before dropping them back off at home again. 16. Dried seaweed. Straight from the bottom of the sea to a store near you, these big balls of dried seaweed are a staple of Asian cooking, from soup and noodles to Japanese sushi. It even works as a pretty effective compost in your garden. 15. Live fishing. If you want to go on a guaranteed fishing trip, then this is the place for you. Massive fish tanks with hundreds of fish floating around give customers the chance to pick, touch, and then scoop up whichever fish catches their eye. This is all part of the Chinese preference to have a look at and even touch their food before buying. 14. No meat hygiene. Most of us are used to meat coming in packages or a butcher wrapping it up for us. That's not the case in China. It's a free-for-all, where you grab raw, unpackaged meat with your bare hands. Maybe you romantically brush hands with another shopper. Well, I guess that's one way to meet people. Okay, I'll see myself out. 13. Pollution masks. After what happened over the last few years, these masks might be common now, but China has been ahead of the curve for decades. They are a way to prevent infection, but more commonly as a way to fight pollution that many of the country's big cities are covered in. 12. High-end liquor. While you can buy alcohol at Walmart here in the US, it's nothing like in China, where some of the most premium liquor in the country is available. Prices go well into the hundreds of dollars, and that's US dollars. For obvious reasons, these bottles are kept behind a locked glass cabinet rather than floating around, like the fish. 11. Fruit testing station. As part of catering to a population obsessed with finding the best quality, there are fruit testing stations where you can grab a bite-sized sample of fruit with a toothpick. To be honest, trying before you buy fruit isn't a bad idea. 10. A crepe station. What's the one thing missing from the supermarket experience? If you were thinking crepes for some reason, well, then you belong in China. Here, you can grab a fresh crepe, called jianbiang in China, cooked while you shop. With a variety of fillings to pack them with, I actually might consider shopping more often. 9. Chicken floss donuts. Chicken probably isn't the first thing that comes to mind when you think of donuts, but in China, they come with something called chicken floss, finely sliced chicken that gets a puffy texture. It's typically put inside or on top of pastries, and at Walmart, the West meets the East with chicken floss donuts. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be seeing these at Dunkin' anytime soon, although I wish we would. Sounds delicious. 8. Animal ribs. In the mood for some ribs? While these don't look like the juiciest ribs I've ever seen, they sure are huge. Come to think of it, which animal did these come from? You know what? I don't want to know. 7. A chopstick aisle. In China, almost every meal can be eaten with chopsticks, which is why the country tears through more than 80 billion pairs of disposable ones each year. And at Walmart, there's an entire aisle dedicated to chopsticks. That's awesome. 6. Watermelon art. Pumpkin art is all the rage during Halloween. But what about the rest of the year? Introducing watermelon art. Something that is equal parts fun and terrifying. Workers carve these up into faces to spice up the displays. 5. Piles of sausages. This isn't quite as bizarre as it first looks. For one thing, these are dried sausages, just like chorizo or salami, so it's actually okay to leave them out in the open. 4. Comfortable fat guy underwear. These underwear are specifically designed for bigger framed men. According to the packaging, these comfortable fat underwear promise to be fashionable, sexy, and to boost your self-confidence. Are you still in doubt? Well, don't worry, because they're endorsed by a strange Chinese version of Peter Griffin. 3. Diet water. But if you want to go back into regular size underwear, why not try diet water? Apparently it's full of folic acid and important vitamins, but somehow still delicious? Before you know it, you'll be shedding those extra pounds. Sorry, fat guy underwear. 2. Dodgy donkey meat. Walmart once sold 5-spice donkey meat, and if that doesn't sound suspicious enough, it was exposed to contain fox meat and other animals after testing. Since then, the company pulled the meat from the stores, issued an official apology, and tripled the food safety budget. 1. Pig head. Normally our pork comes nicely sliced up and without a face, but in China they use every part of the animal. And from your local Walmart, you can buy thick pieces of pig skin from every part, including the head. Probably not the kind of thing you want to see staring back at you while you're shopping. So, have you ever been to a Chinese Walmart? Let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell, and check out our social medias, including my personal ones, links in that description below. And speaking of Asia, did you know that in Japan there is a kind of sake that involves leaving a snake inside the bottle? Or how about the sperm sac of a codfish? Click here to check out 25 of the weirdest Japanese foods. Oh, that's fun. I love food. I would try all these. I would go to the Chinese Walmart. I would try probably every... I don't remember all 25. I would love to explore. I would explore a Chinese Walmart. That'd be awesome.